What is up, heroes? This is Midnight Zero, and welcome back to the NCPL Season 4. This is Week 12. We are going against Manou, coach of the Fresno Flygons. It is going to be an intense match. This is a match for first place in the regular season. This match determines it. So there's a lot of pressure here. Manou is a really good battler. He's a friend of mine. I've enjoyed being in leagues with him, and yeah, we played in the very first match of last season. We played in the championship of last season, and there's no doubt about his skill. He's got a great team. If you haven't seen my team builder, please do check it out because there's a lot of thought that went into it, and he's got such a difficult to prep for team. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one, no doubt, but I'm going to play my best. I'm going to try to enjoy it along the way, too. I know there's a lot of pressure on it. A lot of people are watching it. The whole Discord server was talking about how they're getting their popcorn. People made memes and funny little hype posters of like, coming in 30 minutes, Manou versus Nick, the hype match, and everything like that. A lot of fun little jokes. So I know a lot of people will be watching. I know there's a lot weighing on it, or riding on this match, but at the same time, I'm trying to make sure I'm all mentally sound. I'm not too caught up in the pressure, caught up in the nerves. I'm going to try and calc after every turn, glean every bit of information I can, make sure that each turn I'm making decisions with the most informed mindset I can have at that time. And yeah, that's kind of what it comes down to. Like I said, Manou, or I said in the team builder, Manou plays pretty aggressively. He's got a team that hits pretty hard, but also has access to recovery options most of the time. So I might need to call him out on his aggressive play at times. I might need to stay in when he might not anticipate it, or try and predict the switch, etc. And he knows that I play pretty safely. Like, he definitely knows how I play, and having seen him play Max in particular, because I think I play pretty similarly to Max in kind of like a bulky offense / balance standpoint, he kind of just started right off the bat predicting and aggressively anticipating switches and getting damage accordingly, and just destroyed Max for that reason alone. And I definitely want to avoid that. So I feel like I normally start playing pretty safely, and then as I get a feel for my opponent, start to play a bit more aggressively if necessary, or predict more aggressively at that point. But Manou kind of starts right out the gate, so I might need to counter that play, I guess. But yeah, at this point, we're just waiting for the challenge. If you didn't see the team builder, here's the team. We've got Yachi Berry, SD Garchomp, Fizdef Mega Scizor. We've got Calm Mind Raikou, defensive, mostly Spadef actually, but still mixed defenses, Pex. With Infestation, it's a trapping Pex. We have Max Spadef, Rocks, Bronzong, and then we've got Taunt, Defog, Earthquake, and Toxic Gliscor, with an interesting EV spread to basically help it deal with Victini, because Victini's pretty problematic for my team. So yeah, this is not a team that I have a really reliable defensive backbone, I would say. So this might be a team where it's like, if he gets the right mon in at the right time, like, I might just have to pick a sack and try and work from there. So it's a little bit outside my comfort zone. But at the same time, playing Manou is always outside my comfort zone, because I can never really rest when playing Manou. He's good, he's got a good team, and he plays pretty aggressively. So, yeah. Anyways, I will probably just cut to when we finally get the challenge. Alright, so we have finally gotten the challenge. He's got Ubers. Oh, that means he's bringing Deoxys. Oh, I did not want to deal with that mon, but definitely scary. Real quick disclaimer. I don't have any internet in my basement, so I'm recording upstairs in my room, so you might hear my dogs, you might hear the garage door. It's just what had to happen to make this battle work. So, regardless, let's accept and see what he's doing. Alright, so first glance, I'm not surprised to see Skarm. I'm surprised to see no Alolan Muck, but I figured either Roserade or Alolan Muck would be here. Vaporeon, again, also not surprised. Deoxys Speed, I'm honestly not too surprised with his team. Yeah, Victini's a pain. Taunt Gliscor can actually put in a decent amount of work, helping out with that Skarm. I feel decent about our team. There's Lizzie, of course. Much appreciated. Always appreciate the cheering. Let's take a look at his team. He's probably got Spadef Skarm, which is going to be difficult for me to take down. For sure. And maybe Fizz Def Vaporeon. Those are his two defensive backbones. He's probably got Scarf Victini. He likes to bring that. Mega Lopunny. He might have a more support Roserade, actually. He's probably got mixed Deoxys speed and more especially offensive Roserade. That would be my guess. Either way, he's got decent recovery. Those middle three mons, Vaporeon can Wish Pass, potential Synthesis on Roserade, Roost on Skarm. He might just lead Victini and click U-turn. I think I lead with Raikou here and just click Volt Switch. Yeah, that might be the play. He might lead Lopunny though. Does he lead Roserade? Do I lead Gliscor to get my Toxic Orb activated? It is Toxic Orb, right? Yeah. Because I don't want to deal with Sleep Powder. Could lead Skarm. I kind of want to just lead Raikou and click Volt Switch. If he leads Lopunny, I can go into Toxapex. If he leads Victini, I go into Gliscor. If he leads with Deoxys, I'd probably go into Gliscor as well on an anticipated potential Tectonic Rage or Knockoff, or... Actually, no, I don't want to go into Knockoff. I think Raikou is my play. As he leads with Victini. Okay, so I'm not too surprised here. This might reveal whether or not he's Scarf. I'm going to go hard Gliscor. It's part of why Gliscor is here. He stays in. As he goes for Searing Shot. Interesting. So he is a Spadef set, probably. Meaning he might be Calm Mind, Stored Power, Searing Shot. This also means he probably has Glaciate, if I had to guess. This is admittedly one of the tougher mons for my team to deal with. Gotta love it. How much did that do to me? Darn, I was really hoping he'd be a physical Victini. So Searing Shot did 44. That's likely a minimum roll. He could be running Focus Blast. Would he run Glaciate? Probably, to be honest, because that coverage does really well against me. So he's probably just max speed, max special attack, or something like that. The question is, does he have Psychic as well? If so, that's really difficult for my team to deal with. I could attempt to go Raikou here. I don't want Raikou to get weakened. Especially because I'm not even doing too much damage back. Oh man, this mon is such a problematic mon for my team. I think the question is, do we scout for the Glaciate and go into Bronzong? Or I think the in-between play is to go Pex here. I think that's like the in-between play here. Does he Psychic anticipating that? Glaciate will definitely knock me out. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. He might... Is he Calm Mind? Does he anticipate the Protect? Ugh, so tough. Would Psychic knock me out from this range? It would not. The thing is, if I go into Pex, do I scout for the Psychic and, you know, maybe get a Toxic off or something? How much does Pex take? Toxapex still takes quite a bit from Psychic, but I think I can heal that off a bit more. I'm gonna go Toxapex here. As he goes for Searing Shot again. That did 15%. Sorry if Showdown gets laggy too. I know Chrome isn't really working well with the with this apparently. And I think I can Scald or Toxic here. Searing Shot did 15.1%. Okay, so he looks to be max special attack without a damage boosting item. He might be Scarf, but I doubt it. We do see if he has Psychic here. My question is, do I go for Scald or Toxic? I want to go for Toxic. He could go into Skarmory. He could go into Skarmory here. Or just Deoxys. Or Vaporeon or Roserade. Roserade is the only one I would... Roserade and Skarm are the ones I would want to Scald. I think I'll Toxic here to potentially get long-term damage. Okay, that did 59. We get the Toxic off, which is really nice. Now here's the question. He probably anticipates the switch. Like, there's no way I'm gonna let this thing get hurt any more than it already is. Does he go for the Searing Shot, anticipating Bronzong? Does he go for the Glaciate, anticipating Gliscor? I think he's going to go for Searing Shot here. Because he knows I'm switching. So I really think he's going to go for the Searing Shot. The thing is, I really can't afford to let Toxapex get weakened. So my play here might be to go for go into Raikou, because I know he's not choice locked anymore. And then I can like Volt Switch out into Gliscor potentially. Yeah, I think Raikou is my play. I haven't seen Glaciate, but I'm pretty sure it's there. Raikou is the mid-ground play. I want Raikou to be decently healthy, though. I'll still be over half. I think Raikou is the good mid-ground play. But I want to get these resistances going. How much does Bronzong take? It probably takes quite a bit. Yeah, Searing Shot's going to do half. I really want to stay in. I really want to stay in and call him out, but it's just not worth it. I'm going to go Raikou. He's still thinking. What does he go for? This Hidden Power. Hidden Power. What Hidden Power was that? Was that Hidden Power Ice? Why would he run Hidden Power Ice instead of Glaciate? So he must have anticipated either the Garchomp or the Gliscor there. I could call Mind here. And that way I'm taking... I'm taking like 30-ish from his attacks. Searing Shot at +1, when I'm at +1, would do 32% max. Then I could click Thunderbolt. Oops, that's a degree I'm looking into. That's not the battle. My special attack at +1. You know what? Thunderbolt after poison damage. After poison damage this turn, my Thunderbolt knocks him out at the end of the following turn. What else? Do I Volt Switch here? What do I go into then is the question. Then I play the guessing game again between Gliscor, Bronzong, and Toxapex. Admittedly, Toxapex can at least take one hit, though. I kind of want to Calm Mind. I think it's the safer play. It makes it a bit more difficult for me to deal with Lopunny. And potentially, I want to be able to take hits from Deoxys, but I think Calm Mind is my play here. As he goes Roserade. Interesting. What kind of a Roserade is this? Does he have Sleep Powder? So at +1, I take any hit from this, and I 2-hit KO him with Hidden Power Ice. If he is... he could be Scarf this. Do I Hidden Power Ice here? I probably 2-hit KO Roserade. The thing is, I don't want to go to sleep. I don't want to be put to sleep because this thing is pretty important. All of my mons are important. I could still just Volt Switch here. What do I do? Did I not loop the music? Oh, here's the music. Oh no, the internet is being silly. Gotta love that. Alright, there's the internet. Do we go for Hidden Power Ice, or do we switch? If I anticipate a Sleep Powder, I go into Gliscor. If I anticipate any attack, I go into Bronzong. Looking at his team, I think this would be especially offensive. Actually, Victini is especially offensive. I think I want to Hidden Power Ice here. If he is bulky, I should probably still knock him out. Or 2 KO. I'm gonna Hidden Power Ice. We do over half by a lot. Does he get the poison? He doesn't. Nice. Okay, so we get a hefty amount of damage off on this Roserade, which is really nice. We find out he's not Scarf. He is definitely an offensive Roserade. Because our HP Ice did a lot of damage. He's Life Orb. Now, I can pretty safely click Thunderbolt here and knock him out. Yeah, Thunderbolt is definitely my play, and he's probably anticipating Thunderbolt anyways, so it's not like I'm saving a lot by hiding Thunderbolt. So I'll just Thunderbolt here and knock him out. Awesome, we get a little bit of Leftovers recovery, which is really nice. What does he go into here? Probably Deoxys or Lopunny. Those are his 2 mons to really go into here. I just totally realized, I forgot to say good luck, have fun. I told him last night when we were talking about scheduling the battle, but I totally forgot about it in the chat. So he goes Lopunny here. He can probably just click High Jump Kick. He could have Fire Punch, which is definitely worth noting. He could Fake Out if he really wants to. Let's see. High Jump Kick is definitely knocking us out. Return is knocking us out too. So there's no way he's going to Fake Out here. I have Toxapex to help deal with this Mon. If he goes for a Return, which is probably the safer play. If he goes for Return, that also might indicate he has Ice Punch and Fire Punch, because Scizor is also a switch-in I could have here. Does he go for Return or does he go for High Jump Kick? That's the question. I don't know. I don't think he has Fire Punch. He's probably running Ice Punch, Return, High Jump Kick, and one other move. He probably goes for Return here, knowing that he can 2-hit KO Pex that way. And he wouldn't Fire Punch this turn. So I think I'll go Scizor here. Also, Scizor doesn't really do a lot this match. As he goes for Return. Nice. So we get that prediction correct. Now, if he has Fire Punch, he's going to go for it. I think, given that he went for a return, it is more likely he has Fire Punch than if he had gone initially for High Jump Kick. So I think now I would like to go into Toxapex, because I take High Jump Kick into return. Yeah, now I'm going to go Pex. As he stays in, there's the High Jump Kick. Alright, so good to know that he's got that. We live a return. How much does High Jump Kick do? It did 29.3%. So he is adamant. He is adamant. We still live a return at this point. We live a return. We do live a return. I think I'm going to go Bronzong on the anticipated return, as potential Scarm comes in. Scarm or Vaporeon. Let's see here. I live a return, and he's adamant Megalophony. Yeah, I think my play here is Bronzong. Yeah, I like Bronzong here. Get a little bit more comfortable recovery with Regenerator as he goes into Victini. Darn. Good play on his part, anticipating a potential Toxic. That was a good mid-ground for him, because he thought I would probably Toxic, knowing I wouldn't Scald because Vaporeon is there. And if I Toxic'd, you know, it's fine for him. And now I'm in this crappy situation again, where I have to deal with his potential Psychic, Searing Shot, or Hidden Power. I do have Protect, and I could get extra Toxic damage on him for that, but I do not want to reveal that I have Protect yet. Searing Shot is going to do over half to me, but I don't want to take that damage, because then I lose a bit of a safety net when trying to bait the Lopunny into going for High Jump Kick. I feel like he's almost got to go for a Searing Shot here, because of just, you know, Toxapex, and if he goes for, you know, Hidden Power Ice or Psychic, it's doing no damage to me. Psychic still does a lot to Toxapex. I take one. Not happily, but I take one. The question is, does he play aggressively here or not? He is a little bit behind. He did attempt to predict my Gliscor or Garchomp one time when the Searing Shot was pretty straightforward. I think I go into my Pex here. Does he predict me? And he does, and he goes for Psychic. Darn, that's actually really annoying. I should have stayed in. I should have stayed in. This is what I was talking about with Manou playing aggressively, and I need to call him out on it sometimes. So I obviously can't keep my Toxapex in here, for obvious reasons. Knowing that, does he go for something else, right? This is what Victini does. This is what happens when you have a defensive core that doesn't have one, you know, dedicated wall per se. Does he go for Searing Shot here? Does he go for Psychic again? I could go Gliscor. Gliscor helps with Scarm, but outside of that it's not too particularly helpful, and I could just sack it. I could go Gliscor as like kind of a mid-ground play. probably die to Searing Shot, though. Oh, man. He can afford to go for Psychic here. Because if I go into Bronzong, then it's the same old sort of play. I feel like that's just risky. I'm probably going to go Gliscor here, knowing I probably sack it to Searing Shot. So I want to keep Raikou decently healthy. Because if I predict wrong when I go into Bronzong, I just sack Gliscor anyways. So I think I'm just gonna sack Gliscor essentially, which is kind of unfortunate, but yeah. Oh, and he gets the crit. Otherwise, we would have lived that and gotten an extra turn of toxic damage off on him, which is actually important because then I could go into Raikou here and click Volt Switch to knock him out instead of having to go Garchomp here. Yeah, let me just make sure that I'm accurate when I say that I would have lived that. Where is Psychic? Yeah, I would have lived that Psychic. But it's alright, that's kind of what you get for playing on the defensive side of things. That's just kind of how it goes. So I think what I do here is I go into Garchomp, and I click Earthquake. I maybe feign the Scarf Garchomp. If he goes into Scarm here, which would make a lot of sense, I just go hard into Raikou. Yeah, and he goes hard into Scarm, which is totally fine. I can 2-hit KO this with Fire Blast. But because Vaporeon is not weakened, I don't want to do that just yet. So I'm going to go Raikou here. He can set up a Spike. He goes for Toxic. Probably a good play on his part. I did not anticipate that, but now I can click Thunderbolt pretty freely. As he probably sacks Victini. He probably sacks Victini here. So I'm going to go Volt Switch because I don't want Raikou in afterwards. Actually, do I want Raikou or do I want Garchomp in? So I think his play here is to sack Victini. And if that happens and I Thunderbolt, then whatever comes in next turn is going to be in on my 51% Raikou. But the thing is, if I Volt Switch on the Victini sack, then I go into Garchomp. And then I have a Garchomp in, as he brings in potentially Vaporeon or Lopunny. And I want to keep Garchomp healthier at this point, so I think I am just going to Thunderbolt here. He goes into Lopunny. Wow, I'm surprised. Genuinely surprised he would go into Lopunny there. A few weeks back, he lost, or one of his few losses this match is because he switched Lopunny in on a Thunderbolt and got the 10% chance para. Regardless, I don't think he has Fire Punch. I definitely want to keep Raikou around. Man, I wish I Volt Switched. Does he go for Return here? I still think Return is his better play here. I think I go Scizor, because Scizor is not doing a whole lot. And I should be able to take one even when I'm not Mega Evolved. So when I'm not Mega Evolved, Adamant Mega Lopunny is doing a lot of damage with High Jump Kick, but not enough to knock me out. So I think I will go Scizor here again. He goes for High Jump Kick. It's a good play on his part. I can Mega Evolve and BP here, because he's going to Return probably. Which might not even knock me out, actually. He should just Return here. This is getting not very comfortable. I could Bullet Punch and potentially put him in rough skin range. Does he Return here? Return here is the safe play for him. He high jump kicks if he predicts my Bronzong. I want to go Bronzong. I want to go Bronzong so badly. Save Scizor as a sack later. Deoxys speed is looking really scary. Yeah, if it's like Never-Ending Nightmare, it might even just win at this point, which is not good. I think I need to save Scizor actually, so I'm gonna go Bronzong here. He goes for Drain Punch. Interesting. That's not ideal. So he's probably going to Drain Punch here. Darn it, this is not looking good. High Jump Kick is a roll at this point. He's probably going to Drain Punch. My Gyro Ball does around 55 to 65. I'm going to Gyro. I don't think he's going to risk the... I don't think he's going to risk the Protect. So his last move is probably Ice Punch, if I had to guess. And now I feel like I might need to keep my Yachi Berry around for a potential Ice Beam Deoxys speed. He's got a tough call here. He goes into Vaporeon. Alright, as we Gyro Ball. So I can Toxic this. He might Scald. He might try to Wish Pass to Victini. I can get up my rocks. I can Toxic. Do I want to Toxic this? He could be Heal Bell. I think I'll get up my rocks first. Yeah, so he's Heal Bell anyways. So I get on my rocks, which is really nice. Because that still gets a lot of chip on Victini. So the question is now, do I just click Gyro Ball again? As he probably goes Skarm? Or do I go Hard Raikou here? So I go Hard Raikou here. He probably goes Skarm here. I'm gonna go Hard Raikou. Because I don't think he wants this thing to get Toxicked. I don't think he wants it to get Toxicked. He could just Heal Bell. So the question is, does he stay in and go for something like Scald, trying to get a burn? I don't know. I don't know. Do I seriously not loop the music? I swear I did. Oh well. Here you go, guys. Internet, please. I don't know why that's happening. Does he just go for Scald here? I kind of want to Toxic because I think he's going to stay in and go for Scald. Oh, he goes into Deoxys. Please land. Please land it. No, we missed the Toxic. Oh, no, that's huge. That's huge. Oh, I needed that damage. I needed that. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. He could have Shadow Ball. He could have Knockoff. So let's see here. Shadow Ball. And he could be Z-Move too, for all I know. If he's like max attack. Like max special attack. you know, these attacks are doing quite a bit. But I don't think any Z move knocks us out. I can do a lot of damage back with Gyro Ball at this point, and that'll put him in Bullet Punch range, but still. Oh, that toxic damage would have been nice. Yeah, I Gyro Ball here. He nasty plots. That's scary. Oh, guys, look at that. We could just click Protect here and his Deoxys would be dead. He would have had 6% from the last turn, and then another 12% this turn. He'd be sitting at 2% HP, poisoned right now. Oh, darn it. That's really frustrating. That's really frustrating. So, he could Shadow Ball here. If he's like modest max HP, it still won't knock us out, luckily. So he would have to go for a Z move. So I'm just going to Gyro Ball here. There's the Z move, Never Ending Nightmare. All out pummeling. We live it, which is really nice. So Deoxys speed is gone, which actually opens up our Garchomp a lot. He can go Lopunny here and click Drain Punch. And probably knock us out. Oh man, I'm really glad that that thread is gone, because that thing is just a huge wild card. Which means Garchomp is looking a lot better now. As Mega Lopunny comes in, and he can probably just... what's he going to do? His Lopunny can probably knock us out with Drain Punch. How much did it do last time? It did 37%. It did 37%. Drain Punch is definitely his safe play here. Drain Punch is the safe play here. It did 37%. So he can Drain Punch. The only thing is he can maybe predict the Toxapex. I think I want to go Pex on the Drain Punch so that I can recover. Yeah. So the idea here is I get a little bit of HP back, and now on the return I go back into Bronzong and get myself some Regenerator HP. So I'm totally fine with that. How much does Garchomp do? How much does my Garchomp do? Oh man, this is scary stuff. I don't think I knock it out with Earthquake. No, I don't. Just out of range. So I might need to go Scizor here to put him in Bullet Punch range. Or I go Pex. Do I go Toxapex here and click Scald? So I go Toxapex and click Scald. How much is Toxapex at? 75%. So return is doing 43, so I live a return into burn return. My Scald isn't doing a whole lot, that's for sure, but I have a chance to burn him. And then I would just sack Scizor. Scizor is definitely the sack here. Do I know what item is he on? He is on Skarm. How much does Scizor's Bullet Punch do? It should put him in Earthquake range. Yeah, it should. It might even 2-hit KO him at this point. I think I go Scizor here. Because if I go Toxapex... If I go Toxapex, I could just recover. I could just click Recover and get some HP back. Rather than go for Scald. I do risk a crit then. I live a crit. Yeah, he would need to get double crits to knock me out, but he also risks the Scald burn. I think I go Toxapex and click Recover. I think I go Pex and Recover. If I go Pex, you know, a crit's not going to knock me out with return. Oh, not Z, crit. Yeah, a crit return. So do I go Toxapex and click Recover to get a little bit more HP back? He has to fear the Scald and probably goes into Skarm or that. Oh. Do I go Scizor and sack it to get Bullet Punch damage off? Pex or Scizor? Pex or Scizor? Pex risks a critical hit, but if I get it right, then I keep Scizor around as a sack later in the game. I think I'm going to go Toxapex here and click Recover. He has to fear a Scald and a potential burn, and that's Scald damage. His return is doing 43% maximum and 65% maximum with a crit. So I think I just Recover here and get back to healthy. As he goes Skarmory. Okay, cool. So we are back at 100% health, which is really nice. I think he might defog here. I'm going to trap this with Infestation. Yeah. So you are stuck with me now, friend. We are going to go for some Scald burns. Rocks are no longer up, but Garchomp can now put in work, and I have Bullet Punch available. So I'm going to get some Scald burns. He's got Whirlwind. What do we go into? We get Scizor, which is not ideal. Sorry for the lag as well. Do we take this chance to Roost? I think we do. How much do we take from Skarmory's Brave Bird? If he's physically defensive, we also outspeed him with our Scizor. Once we Mega Evolve. He's Whirlwind. Brave Bird does not knock us out unless he has attack investment. So I can actually SD and Roost here. Oh, does he go hard Victini here though on the Roost? He's totally going to predict the Roost here. And then if he goes Victini, I have to pick a sack anyways. So I think I U-turn here. Do I click U-turn? Do I click U-turn? If he stays in and I go for Roost, I get a healthy Scizor back to help deal with Mega Lopunny. If he goes Victini and I click Roost, I probably have to go Raikou and click Volt Switch. Or Thunderbolt even. But Raikou is really helpful for Skarm, and Skarm is proving to be relatively difficult to deal with. So I'm going to U-turn here. As he goes Victini, we get it right. Yes! That's going to do just enough damage. And now I can go Raikou and click Volt Switch. And something is going to take a Volt Switch. So let's click Volt Switch here, as he probably sacks this. Yeah, because my question right now is, do I go Thunderbolt or do I click Volt Switch? If I click Volt Switch, he's probably going to sack Victini here. He's probably going to sack Victini. And the question is, what do I go into afterwards? If I go Pex, I'm alright. So I think I Volt Switch. He goes Lopunny. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I'm genuinely very surprised. Because now I can go Toxapex and click Scald or Toxic. Probably just Toxic, to be honest. Or do I go Garchomp and bait the Yachi Berry, or and bait the Ice Punch and knock it out? Ooh, is that the play? We also have a chance to knock him out with our Scissors Bullet Punch, I think, but I don't want to risk that. Actually, we have a really good chance to knock him out. But he's probably running Adamant because he doesn't need all the speed and has some HP investment. It's a good chance to knock him out, though. Does 36.5% minimum. If he's got, let's see, he's Adamant. He's Adamant, so he didn't plan on outspeeding my Greninja. He's probably outspeeding my Raikou. Because Greninja hits 377 speed, and max speed Adamant, Lopunny reaches 369. My Raikou reaches how much damage, or how much? It's base 115, so it hits 354. If he went to speed creep that, he would go to 355 speed, which means he can invest 58 EVs in HP. So if he has 58, that's actually really, actually no, it's like 60, yeah. 60, and let's take a look at my Scizor. My Bullet Punch adds about like it does 34.6 min and 40.9% max. So it's kind of it's definitely a roll. My question is more so, do I go? I can pretty safely go Pex here and click Toxic, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna go Pex and click Toxic. If he goes Scarm, I click Infestation. He should probably go Vaporeon here. Alright, cool. So we get the Toxic off, and what we can do now is actually Infestation. Because I want to check, you know, Victini dies to an Infestation if he wants to switch it in. So he goes for Heal Bell, and now we trap this thing in here with us. He's going to be taking Infestation damage. He's probably going to go for a Scald Burn here. So I'm going to Toxic him again. He gets the burn, unfortunately. But we get our Toxic off, which is really nice. And he's going to keep taking damage. We underspeed him, so I can keep clicking Toxic. If he wants to Heal Bell here, I'm going to make sure he's Toxic'd again. And that's 2 turns of Infestation. There should be 2 or 3 more turns. So I can click Toxic, Toxic, and then I can recover to make sure I'm at 100% HP. He wishes. Alright. So next turn, he's going to get a lot of HP back. So he probably Heal Bells here. Let's see. It's been 3 turns. He's probably still going to be stuck here, so I'm going to Toxic again. Yeah, he Heal Bells this turn for maximum recovery. And he'll take Infestation and Toxic damage again. He's not freed from the Infestation yet, so he probably wishes again here, so I'm going to go Raikou. Because we do quite a bit. Yeah, I go Raikou here. Does he probably Heal Bells again or wishes? Yeah. We find out if he has Protect. Because I can probably just click Thunderbolt here. Do I click Thunderbolt or Volt Switch? Volt Switch is fine. As he probably sacks Victini if I had to guess. Does Volt Switch knock out Lopunny? Let's see here. Volt Switch probably knocks out Lopunny. He's at, what, 37? Yeah. Because I don't want him Wish Passing to Lopunny. Does he stay in here? if he does, he clicks Heal Bell, and then he's at similar amount of health. I just Volt Switch back into Toxapex and click Infestation again. I think I'm going to Volt Switch. Oh, he stays in, and he only takes 34, wow. So he's definitely going to Heal Bell here and get back to a comfortable amount of HP. So I'll just go back into Pex. Yeah, that's the sensible play on his end. Darn, so he got back to essentially full. So what I can do though is Infestation the Scarm. Hey, we would have gotten somewhere else had I gone for Thunderbolt. Let's see here. Regardless, I don't need to be talking to Manou in the middle of this. Volt Switch did how much? It did 34%. So he is like max Spadef. Yeah, he's got to be a ton of Spadef, which is worth noting. So I definitely just click Infestation here. And I click Reset or Refresh on the video because for some reason the loop function isn't working for me. So he's at full. I definitely click Infestation here as he probably goes into Skarmory. Because I can't let him go Victini. And I have to punish Lopunny for coming in. If he stays in, I can play these Toxic Infestation Mind Games. And honestly, they're not even Mind Games because he only has 4 more Heal Bells. He can only heal himself from the Toxic 4 more times. So I definitely win this interaction 1v1. So it might seem, oh, we didn't get anywhere, you're back at full health, but you have half the number of Heal Bells you had before. And I have 16 recovers. So yeah, now we click Toxic. We know his entire set. Oh, now we know his entire set. There's the Protect. He can try to stall us out of Toxics potentially. We have 10 Toxics left. But I'm fine with this for now. We'll beat him 1v1. Whoa, why? I did not want to reset the dimensions and everything. Computer. That's better. How many turns of Infestation was that? That's the 3rd turn of Infestation, so it's ending next turn or the turn after. We're still at a point where if I switch out, I will be at a comfortable amount of HP. So he probably isn't going to Heal Bell here. So I think I'll just recover. Yeah, as he wishes. So I wanted to recover in case at the end of this whole thing, I have, what's it called? Lopunny back in. And that way I take 2 returns anyways, and potentially even crit into normal return. So I definitely click Toxic again here as he Heal Bells. He goes for Protect. I'm shocked. He's going to take a lot of damage at the end of this turn. 18% from Poison, 12% from Infestation. So he's at 70%. And he's not even freed from it. Wow. So I'll go for Toxic again here as he goes for Heal Bell. So he's only got 3 left. He is Toxic again. The Infestation should end this turn. Yeah, and so we just click Infestation again. We just click Infestation again. If he wants to go Skarm, that's fine. He's leaving his Vaporeon is at 70% and poisoned, which means it can't come in as effectively or do anything as effectively as it did before. If he wants to stay in, he's going to run out of Heal Bells before I run out of Toxics. He stays in. That is his decision. And the thing is, I've been trying to predict when he, goes for Heal Bell and Toxic on the same turn, but I don't even have to do that. I can wait a few turns for sure. So I'll just Infestation again, do minimal amounts of damage, but basically force him to have to Heal Bell, and then after he Heal Bells, go for the Toxic. So I'm totally fine with that. I'll just keep going for Infestation. He's now cognizant of his Heal Bell number, and so he's got to play accordingly. He could Protect here if he wants to. I'm just going to recover. Manou, I'm going to beat this Vaporeon. I'm going to beat this Vaporeon. How many turns of Infestation is this? That's, I think, 5 from the original one. Oh, I don't even remember. Freed. Oh, okay, no. Then 1, 2, 3. So we still have 2 more turns of infestation. He's pretty much got a heal bell here. I think I'll recover. Yeah. But the thing is, he will probably be around next turn, because I think the infestation won't be freed this turn. It'll be freed next turn. So I can just go for Toxic as he maybe tries to protect. Yeah, he protects. So he's PP stalling me too. Keep that in mind, guys. He's PP stalling me too. He's aware of how many Toxics I have, and is trying to get rid of them too. He goes for the double protect, trying to stall out my Toxics. He's going to be freed from the infestation this turn, which is fine. We just click infestation again. He's only got 2 heal bells left, and I think I have 6 Toxics. So infestation, I think, is 4 to 5 turns. But yeah, at the end of the day, you know, if he wants to switch out, this Vaporeon is going to be around 70%-ish HP and be poisoned. So there's the infestation. You're trapped now. And I will continue to click infestation. He scalds, which is fine. So I basically need to wait until probably like 3 or 4 more turns before he's going to try and heal bell, I'd imagine. Next turn is what, 18%? He's going to be taking quite a bit. He's probably going to wish this turn. Yeah, so I'm going to recover here. He probably wishes. Yep. And on this turn, he probably heal bells. So now I'm going to Toxic. He goes for Protect. Interesting play. Interesting play. You're going to take a lot of Toxic damage, and you're going to take a lot of Infestation damage. And you are not freed from Infestation yet, so you better heal bell now. You better heal bell now. Otherwise, you're taking 36% from the next one. Yep, he's only got 1 more heal bell left, and you are poisoned. And I am at full HP, and you are now at 53%. We are making progress, guys. I click Infestation again. He has 1 heal bell left. I have 4 Toxics. I can afford to play very conservatively with this, with these Toxics as well. Oh, I don't quite have 4. I have 3. I have 3 Toxics. Wait. Manou just left? Huh? I'm a bit confused. I thought I had him trapped. Infestation was still going. No. Manou? There he is. Alright. Yeah, no, Showdown is being all weird and everything. Oh, he probably had to refresh because of the sprites and all. So yeah, I click Infestation here. I'm practically at full HP, and he only has 1 heal bell left, and I have 3 Toxics. So I can afford to wait. I can afford to wait. Look at how little HP he has. Yeah, so he's scalding and scalding, and let's see, I went for Infestation last turn. That's 2 turns of Infestation. I can wait, I can afford to wait a few. Sorry for the lag and everything. It's Chrome and Showdown. So he goes for Wish again. This is the turn where I recover as he protects or heal bells. He's got to get going soon. He's taking a lot of damage. He might anticipate the... what's it called? Yeah, this is where he protects as I recover. And now he's pretty much got a heal bell at this point. He's going to be taking 36% damage from it next turn. So I'm just going to go for Toxic again, because he's pretty much got a heal bell here. Oh, he goes for Wish. He goes for Wish. I think he dies this turn then. Yeah, he dies from Infestation. So we have successfully 1v1 the Vaporeon. We have successfully 1v1 the Vaporeon. He can go for Psychic here. It's not over. It's not over. I should definitely keep this thing around. I can go for Scald here. I can afford to go for Scald and take a Psychic. I think we even live a crit. The question is, do I want to, what's it called? Do I want to risk the crit? Or do I want to let this thing get weakened? But at this point, it is looking pretty good. How much is Psychic doing? Yeah, so we actually live a critical hit at this point with Psychic. But we'll take a decent amount of damage in the process. I could just sack Scizor here. I think I could just sack Scizor here and go Raikou and click Volt Switch. Or Raikou and click Thunderbolt for that matter. I'm trying to figure out what the safest play to go about this is. What's my safest play? I don't really care about differential. Actually, I'm going to want to keep this around. I think my safe play here is to click Scald. Or is it to sack Scizor? Do I click Scald or do I sack Scizor? That's the question right now. I think my safe play is sack Scizor. And then I keep Toxapex relatively healthy. I think that's what I'm going to do. Sack Scizor. As he Psychics, we actually live it! We live at 1% HP! Oh shoot. I totally forgot about the Wish. I totally forgot about the Wish. That's not good. It's not awful though. I still have Garchomp. I still have Garchomp. So it's not the end of the world. It's just not as good as I thought. Yeah, I definitely just sack Scizor at this point. If he wants to go into Skarm and let me heal, that's okay. But no, he's just going to do that. So I can go Garchomp here. That's definitely my play. And I click Earthquake and then Fire Blast on Skarmory. As he goes Skarmory. Actually, the question is, do I even go for Fire Blast here, or do I go for, do I just go hard into Raikou? Do I just go hard Raikou? No, I think I Fire Blast. I don't want to risk him going into Lopunny. I don't want him pulling a double into Lopunny. Yeah, there's the double into Lopunny. We land the Fire Blast. It doesn't knock him out, unfortunately. But if he has Ice Punch, this is the turn where he's going to go for it. And we definitely live this Ice Punch. Let me check here. Garchomp. High Jump Kick, crit could knock us out, but Ice Punch with Yache Berry is doing 56% maximum. The safe play, though, is to go into Toxapex. So that's what I'm going to do. There's the Ice Punch. So I know at the worst case scenario, in the back, we have that available. And now I can click Infestation. Infestation and Toxic. If he goes Victini here, I trap it, and then I guarantee that I get a Toxic off on it next turn, and I know that Garchomp and Raikou can beat his 2 remaining Mons. What is that thudding noise from the garage? If he goes Scarm, I trap that too, which is nice. And he risks bringing Victini in on a Scald, so I Infestation here. But yeah, I'm glad we confirmed that he has Ice Punch. And he doesn't think we have Yachi at this point because we switched out too. That also means... Oh yeah, so he goes Victini. And my surefire way to beat this Victini is to Toxic it. Is it? Let me think about this. Do I Toxic this now? And then go Raikou the following turn? What's my Raikou at? 56%. How much am I taking from Victini's Searing Shot? Enough that I live Searing Shot plus Poison. So yeah, I definitely Toxic here and then go Raikou. Or do I just Scald for damage? How much is my Toxapex doing? It's probably not doing a lot with Scald. Actually, 30 to 36 is quite a bit amount of damage. Scald into Raikou Volt Switch with Scald plus Infestation damage this turn should be enough to put him in Raikou's Volt Switch range. Yeah, Raikou's Volt Switch does 30%, and my Scald is doing 30% plus that. Okay, so my play here is to click Scald. He doesn't get a crit, which is nice. Yeah, so he's at 30%, which means we probably knock him out. He's at 18% now. So now I go hard Raikou. If he wants to go for Searing Shot, which is what's going to do the most damage, that's fine by me. We live a max roll Searing Shot from max special attack Jolly, or Timid, Victini plus poison damage afterwards. Because we'll take 6% from poison. If he gets a max roll, we should be sitting at 2% HP. He goes for Hidden Power, anticipating the potential Garchomp on the anticipated Searing Shot. So now we click Volt Switch safely. And go into Toxapex. Yeah, and click Infestation. Or no, we click Scald. Reset the music again. Because it seems to be a thing I'm having to do. So yeah, we click Volt Switch here. He has to pretty much sack something at this point. He can go Scarm. It's going to take quite a bit though. And I can just go into Pex and click Scald, or I can click Infestation. So he sacks Victini, which is awesome. Now I go Pex and click Scald or Infestation. My only concern is if he goes Lopunny and gets a crit return. Yeah, that's my only concern, is if he goes Lopunny and gets a crit return. But even if he gets a crit, I go into Garchomp and click Earthquake and knock it out. And I should be alright. So I'm just going to click Scald. He does not get the crit, so Lopunny goes down. And yeah, that will probably be GG. Or, I mean, that's definitely GG at this point. I'll say GG when the game is over, though. Just to be safe, I am going to recover. As he roosts. You know, Manou, I hope you don't take offense to this or anything like that. I am just playing as safe as I possibly can. So I'm going to start going for Scald Burns. Actually, no, I should Infestation first, and then go for Scald Burns. He's got Toxic, Defog. Oh, I know his whole set. Toxic, Defog, Whirlwind, and Roost. I'm just going to click Scald and go for Scald Burns. The only thing he can do to me is Whirlwind. Yeah, I'm just going to go for a Scald Burn. He's got Leftovers. Defog. I just want to make sure he doesn't have his Sturdy too. So I can go Raikou here very safely. No need to forfeit, dude. It's all good. I'm just making sure you don't have your Sturdy. He goes for Defog again, and now we can click Thunderbolt safely because we live a couple turns of Toxic, and even if he wants to Roost, I mean, yeah, he can't beat us. So, GG Manou. That was an intense match. That was an intense match. Holy cow. That was a good match, though. That was a really good match. I think I actually really enjoyed myself throughout that. It was very intellectually stimulating. A lot of high-level play. A lot of considering, you know, is he going to pull the double? Is he going to, you know, make this aggressive read or not? Having to really consider options and everything and strategically maintain my resources. I'm really happy with how this match turned out. I think both of us played really well. There wasn't a lot of hacks. The toxic miss with Bronzong was unfortunate, and that would have made a difference for keeping Bronzong alive. But like in the long run, that didn't make a huge difference, I don't think. But no, it was a really good match. Manou, if you're watching this, thank you for this one, because this is a great season ender for me. I feel really good about ending the season off with this. And speaking of ending off the season, we have secured first place in the league. So we are going into the playoffs with the #1 seed, having beaten Manou, which is also a really cool feeling going into playoffs. And yeah, to briefly talk about the team, Yachi Berry Garchomp didn't come into play, but it was always there and always could have put in a ton of work and keep the game alive, right? Having Fire Blast is really helpful for Skarm. I think the team really came to fruition well. And honestly, like, the 4 main mons that put in work this match, Raikou, Garchomp, Toxapex, and Scizor, were the ones I actually felt as confident about. You know, Gliscor didn't really do anything. I didn't worry too much about it. Bronzong didn't do a whole lot more than get up rocks, but that's also part of why it was there, and to be in a ground immunity. It's I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I'm so glad that Raikou finally got to put in work. It's my favorite Pokemon, so I'm really happy that it finally did something, and it did it really well. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you're looking to learn, this was a very high-level match. Very much consider, you know, the mind games that go into considering, is he going to double here? He knows that, you know, this is my best option, so does he anticipate that best option? And if he anticipates that and anticipates my anticipation of that, you know, all these mind games, right? This is very next level, not just attacking what's in front of you and anticipating, trying to determine what type of set the opponent has based on their moves and their team composition and everything. Definitely a good match. And like I said, this is the season ender. There is a week 13, but the player we are playing in week 13 has actually forfeited the remainder of his games for the season. So we are taking automatic win there. There will be a week off for playoffs, and then we will have a first round playoff bye. So it'll be 3 weeks before you guys see, 3 full weeks will pass before you see my first playoff match, which will be the second round of the playoffs, aka the semifinals. And if we win that, we'll be in the championship, which is pretty exciting. I don't know who will play yet. Depends on who else gets into playoffs and who wins their first round matches. But look forward to that. It should also be a very hype match. And thank you guys for your support. But yeah, this is fun. I'm happy with this. And I'll see you guys in the playoffs. But until then, this has been Night Zero, and this mission is complete.